Well, this is interesting. I am jumping right into the middle of things here as I'm planning to be streaming Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House right after this game, but it looks like we might be waiting a little bit longer as Rare Adam and 5-Star have gone into overtime on map number 3 in this series. It's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. They are really going the distance here to see who continues on in the upper bracket and who falls down to the lower. Nade lands a lot of damage there onto Noise, but he swings out and manages to find 3GL through the smoke. Rate in charge of holding back the player in apartments. Loses his teammate on the AWP. It's Hooligan going down to Chungking. Numbers now evened out for Rare Adam, and it may beckon the rest of this A push to come through. Lee Hung actually catches the lurk out from Ariukul through the smoke at bottom banana, and Rare Adam with 30 seconds on the clock. They're forced into this A push. Noise on the line is taken down after one. Rate sprays into 2 kills, and now it's Lee Hung in the 1 versus 2. 20 seconds on the clock. He has the bomb in his back. He's heard Rate walking through apartments, drops the molly in front of him. It's quickly extinguished, so the push comes through just as fast. Lee Hung finds the first kill, aware of the second player's position now. In the 1 versus 2 clutch, Lee Hung puts the second round on the board. Or more like the, wins the second round of overtime for Rare Adam. Gosh, sorry, I'm still getting up to speed here because I was not expecting to be jumping into a game this early. To be honest, I was planning on just waiting until Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House got started to go live. I figured if this game's in overtime, we might be waiting a little longer than expected, and I may as well provide the people with some entertainment while we're at it. Hooligan providing us with some entertainment, pushing down mid, aggressive with the AWP, finds the opening. Nice work from him, and it gives 5-Star a man advantage for the rest of the round. Or at least until Rare Adam can win one back. Just looking at the series so far, Dust 2 was a pretty close game, 13-11. 5-Star took that one. It was Rare Adam's map pick, although on 5-Star's map pick of Anubis, they actually lost 13-6, which is how we've ended up here on our final decider map of Inferno. Oh, Hooligan, his AWP finds yet more impact, but the Molotov does take him down eventually. Trash now, pushing up banana, has the smoke in hand. It's going to come out in front of this player. In from CT, it's Clouden. Sorry, I got to get used to these names as I have not casted anyone on 5-Star before. Rare Adam I'm a little more familiar with. I did cover their game against Tyloo in ESL Challenger League. And they're looking to get the bomb down here in 3 versus 4. Lee Hung getting spammed through the box, but he does survive long enough to get the C4 down. So it's 4 versus 3 in the retake for 5-Star. 3GL's off on the line, finds Noise on the drop of the smoke. Looks in towards CT, finds another one. It's Rate taken down through the smoke. 3GL still going, but eventually taken down. Clouden gets one, and Ariukul trades back for the second. 5-Star. Eventually the retake comes through, barely, and they do have the advantage going into the second half of OT here on Inferno. Yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. I hope you're enjoying this game that we've jumped into the very tail end of, but needless to say, things are exciting. After this, coming up, we've got Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House, so you can consider this kind of the waiting room for that. But that game won't be getting started until this one is finished. So I figured we may as well enjoy this while it's here. Certainly I would say Rare Adam out of these two teams is the more well-known one among the community. I feel like I've heard of Hooligan before though. Maybe a couple of these other players on 5-Star have some recognition. I do believe it's a Mongolian 5-stack. So similar region to where Rare Adam come from. They are of course Chinese. Although their roster's been shuffled up a fair bit recently. They've picked up a couple of players in the form of 3GL, and I believe it was Li Hung as well, transferring over from Feng Da. Summer on the push into Banana gets taken down, traded back by Li Hung. Numbers stay even for now. Li Hung, though, wants to give it another go on the fight and gets taken down. After holding down B, he's getting pushed away by the Molotov, flashed off the angle. Ariuku takes him down. I hope I'm saying that name right. It's kind of awkward to pronounce, I'll be honest. But now the last 4 players on 5-star try to make their way into B. It's 3GL to deny at least the first one on a nasty AWP flick to Hooligan. He's walking through the smoke with the AWP. Flashed through by his teammate, dodged by the bomb planter, and Ariuku just about has enough vision to get that frag. Crash taken down as well, so 5-star have series point now, 15-13. And oh boy, do we have a game on our hands. I mean, if you've been keeping up with this game throughout its duration, you've known what a competitive affair this has been throughout, but of course I'm just joining you on the tail end of it. So we'll see if Rare Adam can prolong this fight anymore. GL's AWP, from what I've seen, has been looking very solid, but obviously he has struggled a little bit over the course of this game. Only 15 and 20 up to this point. Lots of aggression towards B here. It would be nice if we could get a perspective on what's going on over there. I guess our observers really enjoying watching Trash and 3GL just kind of sit here at A. There are a couple of smokes going down, but it's more just bait than anything, as 5-star's forces concentrated towards B. Yeah, it would be really nice if we could see. There we go. Finally, we get perspective on this side of the map. Li Hung spamming through the smoke, doesn't manage to catch Clouden before he loses Summer. 5v4 found for 5-star. This could be the end of this series. Li Hung finds the first, spraying away, gets Clouden as well. Trash chips in with a third onto Rate, and all of a sudden this round flips on its head. Rare Adam now with the man advantage. Flash goes through. Li Hung gets taken down by Hooligan's AWP, and Ariuku sprays into 2 in CT. So as quickly as Rare Adam had the advantage, it's just taken away from them. 3GL has to find a 1 versus 2 clutch. The first shot lands. Has the utility, has the kit in hand, jumping over the top. Hooligan misses, but 3GL does as well. So 5-star pick it up, 16-13 on Inferno. They take the series 2-1 over the favorites Rare Adam and move themselves along in the upper bracket here of the Asian Champions League. Oh man. Well, I'm glad that I tuned in for the end of that game because that was quite exciting. However, that is going to be all I have for this one. Not for this stream, of course. If you hang around for a little bit longer, we will be moving over to Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House. That'll be up next after a quick break, I imagine, but I'll be here to cover it when we come back.
back to life, I'm undeceased. Breaking the chain, unleashed, my true power released. Reached my hand into the sky and made the stars align. Cause when I left it down to fate, it was taking up too much time. It's a miracle, it's a curse, I will not be deterred. If you predicted the worst, bon appetit, eat your worst. Keep my score, fire the gun, watch me how I overcome. What they said could not be done, I did it, now sing it. The birth of a legend, the past tried to trap me too bad. My future beckoned, I crashed, and yes, I burned. Hardest lesson that I learned was how to take a fall and crawl back out the dirt. Now I'm back from the grave, revived. Time after time, they tried to take my life, and still I wouldn't die. Survive, now come salute him. No man can dispute him. Back and I am biting, street fighting, Ryu Hadouken. What they said could not be done, I did it, now sing it. Oh, here I go, singing destiny, saving my road to my victory. I won't admit defeat, I'm making history like it's meant to be. out for the priest. Back to life, I'm undeceased. Breaking the chain, unleashed. My true power released. Reached my hand into the sky and made the stars align. Cause when I left it down to fate, it was taking up too much time. It's a miracle, it's a curse. I will not be deterred. If you predicted the worst, bon appetit, eat your words. Keep my score, fire the gun. Watch me how I overcome what they said could not be done. I did it, now sing it. The birth of a legend. The past tried to trap me too bad. My future beckoned, I crashed, and yes, I burned. Hardest lesson that I learned was how to take a fall and crawl back out the dirt. Now I'm back from the grave revived. Time after time they tried to take my life, and still I wouldn't die. Survive, now come salute him. No man can dispute him. Back and I am biting, street fighting, Ryu Hadouken. What they said could not be done, I did it, now sing it. Oh, here I go, changing destiny, taking my road to my victory. I won't admit defeat. I'm making history like it's meant to be. When they said for me, say, no man can dispute him. Might as well salute him. What is written isn't done. Watch me how I overcome. for the breeze. Back to life, I'm under siege. Breaking the chain, unleashed. My true power released. Reached my hand into the sky and made the stars align. Cause when I left it down to fate, it was taking up too much time. It's a miracle, it's a curse. I will not be deterred. If you predicted the worst, bon appetit, eat your worst. Keep my score, fire the gun. Watch me how I overcome what they said could not be done. I did it, now sing it. The birth of a legend. The past tried to trap me too bad. My future beckoned, I crashed, and yes, I burned. Hardest lesson that I learned was how to take a fall and crawl back out the dirt. Now I'm back from the grave revived. Time after time they tried to take my life, and still I wouldn't die. Survive, now come salute him. No man can dispute him. Back and I am biting, street fighting, Ryu Hadouken. What they said could not be done, I did it, now sing it. Oh, here I go, changing destiny, saving my road to my victory. I won't admit defeat. I'm making history like it's meant to be. When they stand for me, say, no man can dispute him. control the breeze. Back to life, I'm undeceased. Breaking the chain, unleashed. My true power released. Reached my hand into the sky and made the stars align. Cause when I left it down to fate, it was taking up too much time. It's a miracle, it's a curse. I will not be deterred. If you predicted the worst, bon appetit, eat your words. Keep my score, fire the gun. Watch me how I overcome what they said could not be done. I did it, now sing it.
I don't know about you guys, but after hearing that song for the third time, I'm getting a little sick of it. So I'm just gonna turn it down. Actually, you know, I should leave it. There you go. You can still hear it a bit, but it's gonna be quieter. I'm here now. Hi everyone. I'm gonna be your caster, so I hope you don't mind the sound of me, because I'll be yapping away over the course of the next however long this series is gonna be. It's a best of 3, as are all the games here in this tournament. So if you've been keeping up with it, it's yeah, it's going to be another one of what we've been watching throughout the course of today. If you missed it, earlier I was on ChurchDog's stream, so we casted together the game FlyQuest versus GG How. That one went to GG How after 3 maps, and then after that one we did Ground Zero versus Tai Lu. I took a short break because I was pretty hungry. Yeah. And now I'm here for Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House. Please try and keep it civil in the chat. I don't know exactly what you're insinuating by those messages, but to me, I get bad vibes from it. Kindly time you ask that you don't say things like that, because I think it's quite harmful, to be honest. But yeah, get excited everyone, because we are about to be underway with Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House. Hopefully, at least. I mean, we have 3 minutes on the clock, so not sure exactly how long we'll be waiting, but we will find out sooner or later. I may as well turn the music back up because I like this one. Metal pipe falling sound effects. Thank you for subbing again. It's been a long time. World at War ass music. Talking about the Call of Duty game? That's a crazy pull. I respect it though, it's kind of accurate, low key. Just while we're waiting, I've got a ChurchDog stream pulled up here. You guys can't see it because it's on my laptop. But it looks like WinVision are almost going to be closing out their game against Alter Ego. So I think coming up after that one on his stream, he'll be covering SemperFi versus Change the Game. So if you're interested in watching that, that should be roughly half an hour from the end of the current series. Although Alter Ego have just picked up a round, so it's anyone's best guess how long it'll take WinVision to close that out, if they are going to be the winners of that little series over there. You know what, while we're waiting, I may as well just run through the brackets so far, what the results have been today. I did kind of go over it briefly before, but I may as well go through it again. So we had GGHow versus FlyQuest. That was the first game of the day at the same time as Chinggis Warriors versus Next Void. So GGHow and Chinggis Warriors won those games. Both series were 2-1, and they'll be meeting in the upper bracket semi-finals tomorrow, as will Tyloo and 5-Star, who won their games against Rare Adam and Ground Zero. I kind of flipped the order. It was Tyloo versus Ground Zero and 5-Star versus Rare Adam. But in the lower bracket, FlyQuest versus Next Void, and then Ground Zero versus Rare Adam. Those will be elimination best of threes. And they'll be happening tomorrow at 3 PM my time, which is 5 PM if you're on the eastern states of Australia. And if you're not in either of those, then you can figure it out for yourself. Is the stream tiny, or is that just how it's showing up on my phone right now? Okay, I think it was just a visual bug. We're fine. Yeah, other games that are happening today, LinVision versus Alter Ego is being played right now. That one is on the brink of ending. LinVision just needs one more round to close that out. Of course, we're going to have this game coming up very soon, Haunted House versus THUNDERdOWNUNDER. And then the other two games for tonight are SemperFi versus Change the Game and Last Bullet versus Kaleido. So those will be coming up whenever this game that I'm about to watch and LinVision versus Alter Ego finish. And of course the winners of those will move on to the upper bracket semi-finals in Group B. The losers will be put into the lower bracket in Group B. And then if you're unaware of how this format is going to work exactly, I believe it is just going to be the winner of Group A versus the winner of Group B. It's very much winner takes all in the group stage. And as far as playoffs go, it's really just a grand final. That one is going to be on Sunday if you're in Australia or China, and it'll be at 4 PM Chinese Standard Time, which is the same as my time zone, and that'll be, I believe, 6 PM if you're on East Coast Australian time. So if you want to catch the grand finals of this, make sure to tune in on Sunday, but otherwise, yeah, don't worry about it. Looks like we're going to be shown the lineups here. So this is Haunted House, a team that I'm sure many people are not too familiar with. I know I myself have never really seen much of them before. THUNDERdOWNUNDER though, if you're a fan of Aussie CS, you should be very familiar with a few of these faces at the very least, TJP and ASAP, joining forces with some more established players, Alistair, Liaz and Dexter. And well, the win rates on the maps kind of speak for themselves, don't they? THUNDERdOWNUNDER with a much more impressive record. This might be the head-to-head of the highest rated players. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they'll go roll by roll. But yeah, interested to see what this matchup is going to look like once we get into the server. Not sure if we've had the vetoes come through yet. I'll just pull that up real quick. Okay, we have. So, Haunted House ban Overpass, THUNDERdOWNUNDER ban Mirage. Haunted House got the first map pick. They went with Dust 2. THUNDERdOWNUNDER picked Anubis. And then THUNDERdOWNUNDER banned Ancient, Haunted House banned Inferno, so our decider map is Nuke. If it is required, to be honest. I'm a bit biased, obviously, because I'm an Australian, but I'm inclined to say that THUNDERdOWNUNDER are going to be taking this series in what should be, fingers crossed, if you're an Australian, relatively easy fashion. They are, I'd say, a higher rated team and definitely more established in terms of the sort of play that they've had in the past. THUNDERdOWNUNDER obviously have qualified to the Cologne Major, and we are getting right underway here. So hopefully our music drops out, and there we go. THUNDERdOWNUNDER versus Haunted House, map number 1 of Dust 2. And it's THUNDERdOWNUNDER starting on the CT side. TJP with the smoke out, just jiggling this angle, waiting for the information. Should hear the utility going over the top now. And he is going to drop it down in front of them. Dooley's out, but he is dead instantly. Icy Valone takes him out, and Dexter falls as well. So B, bomb site control handed over to Haunted House. It's a bad side for the boys down under. There's no defuse kit for the retake. So this is going to be a very difficult round for them to find their way back into. Alistair's actually walked out through the door smoke, and he is going to meet a headshot for it. Liaz and ASAP without too much hope of winning this one, kind of just already falling away. ASAP's been taken down. It is just Liaz finds a headshot, so something goes the way of THUNDERdOWNUNDER. A quick second kill good signs as far as Liaz's aim goes, but unfortunately, as far as the round score, Haunted House do pick up the pistol. And it's going to allow them to have a pretty healthy looking buy going into round number 2. FlyQuest, on the other hand, are going to be working with much more limited stuff. Presumably, it will just be a bunch of USPs, maybe an upgraded pistol for Liaz, or just a smoke. And looks like they're going to stack towards A long, so we'll see what the final outcome is for them. I just realized I should add that. But I'll plug myself while I can. ASAP has managed to find an opening on the USP, but in return, Dexter gets traded out in middle. So while THUNDERdOWNUNDER, they do pick up the AK, which is not completely useless. Obviously, ASAP is going to be able to put that one to work if he meets any opponents, which might not actually be the case, as Haunted House have already walked out onto B with no resistance. Bomb is going to be going down, and right now it's just USPs to try and contain them within the bomb site. Haunted House, though, not looking to get over eager, just drop the smoke in front of him and say, you want to come get us, but until then we're just going to sit tight and let you do the playing. Schwarzkopf on the scout, that's a name I'm going to have fun saying. He's in position, he's hearing the footsteps, he's been spotted now and he's on very low HP. The Glock headshot actually catches Liaz in the side of the head. ASAP tapping away with the AK, gets taken down, it's recovered by Alistair, and he needs to hang on to that one, but is unable to do so. So THUNDERdOWNUNDER, much as they tried with the USPs, don't get anything out of that round. And we'll see if THUNDERdOWNUNDER can offer up any more resistance now that they have the rifles in hand. Liaz opting to go through the smoke, flashed in by his teammate, sprays into 2 frags. Alistair picks up another one, but he has been dropped along with Liaz. So 2 versus 3 now, found for Haunted House. As the bomb makes its way back through the T-spawn, this mid-doors duel could be coming through in just a second. Fork walks out. Is his name Frock or Fork? Obviously it says Frock, but you know, sometimes people switch the letters around. I'm saying it could be Fork. I'm going to say Frock until someone corrects me. Kind of just sounds like I'm censoring a swear word, but it is what it is. For Rock? Okay, cool. TJP in window has yet to find a frag in the first 2 rounds. We'll have an opportunity now as Frock, the first one down, does fall to TJP's M4. Malinov dropping the Molotov onto the bomb site, burning away, does find the frag. So now a 1 versus 1 as ASAP moves over towards B. Already in through the window, could be in a position to deny, and he does do so. Sprays away with the M4 and picks up THUNDERdOWNUNDER's first round win here on Dust 2. Thank you for the raid, by the way, Church Dog. I saw that. Party of 113. Wow, that is no slouch. Hi everyone, welcome. I hope you're looking forward to this game as much as I am. THUNDERdOWNUNDER versus Haunted House. I reckon it should be a good chance for our Australian boys to flex their skills. But so far, Haunted House is showing that they are not going to just roll over. And fair enough, you know, 150k USD on the line. I wouldn't be giving up in a hurry either. And, you know, just a reminder that the first place in this tournament does qualify to the Esports World Cup later this year, which is also a, you know, very big tournament. They'll have the chance to go against the best of the best, whoever it is that does take that grand final victory. B-Pop is coming out here for Haunted House, as FlyQuest have positioned, sorry, not FlyQuest, THUNDERdOWNUNDER have positioned 3 players over towards B. 1 trader's come through, and a second one picked up for Dexter, who is taken down in return. ASAP now, fighting on the bomb site, is taken down by Frock. 2 versus 2 after Alistair's scout kill, and whips out the USP. Frock's on low HP, so the pistol could be effective in that 1v1. He's joined by Liaz, who gets flashed through the doors, sprays into the first kill, not able to get the second, but Alistair's there for the save. Thunder Down Under equalize in round number 4. I just want to throw out real quick that I'm just casting a clean feed. So if you have any gripes with the observing, you can, I don't know. Don't direct them to me. I'm not going to tell you where to go, but it's not my fault, okay? Sometimes I'm sitting here and wishing we had some better views of the action as well, but it is what it is. We'll work with what we've got. Haunted House working with very limited weaponry in this round as they make their way up short. ASAP's M4 on the line, collects 2, nice and easy, a third one as well for him. Alistair wants to farm up the money with the MP9, flashbang goes over the top, jumping around, finds the first frag, and the last one, Malinov. 7 and 2 right now, to be fair, which is solid KD for him. But surely this 1 versus 5 is going to be too much on his plate. Hope an Aussie team wins and qualifies to next event. I'm supposed to be an impartial caster, but low-key me too. I guess I am a community caster. It's not like I'm on the official stream. I'm hoping for an Aussie team to win, but personally, Tyloo, you know, they're looking very strong, very high-ranked team, obviously. So I would say right now they're the tournament favorites. Ground Zero put up a decent fight against them, but altogether Tyloo looked pretty convincing. Lin Vision are here as well, obviously a team that proved themselves at the Blast Austin Major, if you watched that one. They had some very decent showings against some very high-ranked teams. And as much as I love them, our boys from Down Under, being Thunder Down Under and FlyQuest, have not really made the biggest impression on the international stage, at least recently. I'm always holding out hope that they can improve. And they have a real chance to show it here at this tournament. Should be a lot of eyes on this. Just given the prize pool, the VRS implications, and of course that qualification spot to the Esports World Cup. While I've been yapping away, Haunted House have just kind of been settling into a bit of a default. There's no mid presence here from the CT side. And despite that, Haunted House seem hesitant to try and make any moves towards short or out of mid doors. I think they did get flashed away from the catwalk, is why they're choosing to fall away. And now looks like they're going to be attempting to re-clear this space towards a long. Liaz is tucked in behind the long doors. It will be his responsibility to clean up this push. Flashbang goes out. Liaz gets one, but he's traded back. Haunted House now with an opportunity to make their way towards the A-bomb site. Alistair's AWP on the line, swings out, finds the blind player. That's Icy Valone going down. Drops the nade onto short. That could have been a kill, but instead it bounces off the wall. Frock swings out and finds the headshot onto Alistair. TJP gets one and is traded. So now Dexter in the 1 versus 2 finds the first head. Needs to pop the reload. Schwarzkopf takes advantage. Gets on top of him over the smoke and just about finds the headshot. 1 HP remaining. There were something like 5 seconds on the clock, but the round does come through for Haunted House. Thunder Down Under so close, biting their nails after that one. But in the end, it is the Uzbek squad that come out on top. Not sure exactly which region or which country every player on Haunted House is from. I'll go over it real quick, seeing as we have a pause. I'm not sure if this is tactical, technical, or otherwise. But Frock is from Uzbekistan. Sasuke QO is from Russia. Icy Valone is from Uzbekistan. Malinov is from Russia. And Schwarzkopf is from Uzbekistan. So it's kind of, you know, mostly Uzbek, but a couple of Russians in there as well. If you're unfamiliar, which I'm sure some people are, but mostly I'm sure the OCE audience knows who Thunder Down Under are. They're all Australian. Alistair, Dexter, and Liaz have been a bit more established in terms of the international and tier 1 play. Obviously, Alistair and Liaz both had a couple of appearances in top tier tournaments on OCE rosters. Dexter has been, and you know, he was on FlyQuest for a little while, but mostly I believe he's probably known for his international roster appearances. He was on Mouse Sports, or Mouse, I think at the time. He was also on OG for a little while, I believe. Could be wrong about that, but either way, he's been on a few more international teams compared to the rest of them. Okay, I don't know where I'm getting OG from. That's just made up. He was on Fnatic, and also he was on Mouse, so I was right about that. Anyway, looks like we're good to go. Moving into round number 7. Scoreline is tied. Alistair has the AWP out. Wutzkop also has the big green in hand, as Haunted House have 4 players in the upper tunnels. TJP tucked into this little ratty position behind the fake door on Dust 2. Interestingly, I just noticed this. ASAP is only on a 5-7, so he is being tasked with holding down the mid doors right now. He's kind of forced to play back towards CT. You know, the close range weapon, he can't opt to play the longer angles. And he is going to get smoked off, maybe looking to play through that as Haunted House make their way out of middle. It's Dexter who is the first to fall. ASAP gets 2 with the 5-7, loses Alistair behind him, and TJP goes down on B as well. But the bomb has been dropped and no one's actually brought it into the site. Rock now goes with the smoke to pick that one up, and fortunately for them, Liaz and ASAP are just going to fall away to A-Long and save their guns. Fire the... Sorry, someone's asking about can I show the pings? Everyone's on 0 ping, as somebody else helpfully pointed out. This is a LAN tournament. It's being held in China. Not sure which city. If I had to guess, I would say Shanghai. But I should probably check that before I just go spreading misinformation around. Okay, it is Shanghai. Wow, nice guess, me. Sorry, I'm looking for some way to fill the time here because Liaz and ASAP are just kind of sitting in T-spawn. Fair enough. Can't fault them for saving there. It wasn't exactly a super winnable situation. Yeah, it's Shanghai. It is Shanghai. I looked it up. I think the closed qualifiers would have been played maybe in the same place that the final event is being played, which is interesting. Haunted House, perhaps unsurprisingly, have taken the lead here against THUNDERdOWNUNDER. And they may have a chance to extend it up against a weaker buy. It is just Alistair and Liaz with the saved weapons from the last round. But Haunted House not looking to let off the gas. They are going aggressive in towards bottom middle. Liaz does find the opening incision with the saved M4, but he's quickly traded back by Sasuke. Rock has found TJP pushing through a smoke into B tunnels. So the man advantage does go the way of the Uzbek squad. And with that man advantage, they sort of opt to see what their options are. Ooh, ASAP eats that M4 headshot, and now Alistair's up on the line to hold them back off short. He misses the first bullet. Little bit of a over-anxious flick there. Leaves Dexter all alone with just a USP and a flashbang to his name. I'd be inclined to bet that he is not going to be able to get much done here. And Frock is going to clean him up. So there you go. Haunted House put themselves on 5 rounds to THUNDERdOWNUNDER's 3. But they should be able to put together a better buy here. Offer up some more resistance, the Australians. We just heard a chat message, but unfortunately I can't see what it is. Maybe... Oh, there you go. Someone's called a pause. Looks like it's THUNDERdOWNUNDER taking a tactical timeout, wanting to talk over their strategy real quick. There we go. I was going to say, we usually have some music for a tactical timeout, and it does come in. We'll enjoy that for all of about 15 seconds before it's over. Haunted House was formerly dPo, the best Central Asian team. Ah. They lost their VRS due to roster changes and org change. Ah. There you go. I actually hadn't put that together. I thought dPo was just a completely different team, but that makes a lot of sense. Even still, you know, dPo, last I checked, they were something like top 100 on VRS, which is lower than what THUNDERdOWNUNDER are right now. TJP looks to live up to the reputation, is only able to get one. Dexter sweeps in to clean up the second, but they have lost Alistair, who is pushing through the long doors. So rotation opportunities open now to Haunted House. ASAP on the bomb site is being mollied out, forced to jump away. Is backed up by Liaz, who should be able to find Sasuke, who's only on 22 HP. Instead, Sasuke just barely manages to slip the net. And the bomb is on Schwarzkopf, who is still yet to make his way down middle, working with the AWP. Successfully got onto the line, so even if Dexter comes back to check this, he will surely be meeting a big bullet. Instead, it looks like both the remaining players on THUNDERdOWNUNDER filling in CT for now. Schwarzkopf will be able to travel onto the bomb site and get the plant down, provided Liaz can't come through in time, but Dexter actually finds that frag and he picks up Schwarzkopf as well. Dexter on the AK-47 with 3 kills in the round, and it's an important one for THUNDERdOWNUNDER. Keeps the money honest for Haunted House and keeps THUNDERdOWNUNDER's economy in this. Just one round the difference between these two teams going into round number 10. Who picked this map? I think it should show it once the round starts, but if not, I think it was Haunted House off the top of my head. Yes, it was. Haunted House picked this, and THUNDERdOWNUNDER picked Anubis, so that'll be coming up next. I missed it, but Alistair Zorp has actually found Schwarzkopf already in Suicide at the very start of the round, I'd imagine. So Haunted House will be playing with a man disadvantage, and it's extended by Dexter once again on the AK-47, finds yet more impact here on Dust 2. Icy Balone flashed through the mid doors. Doesn't find a fight just yet, but there he is, Dexter swinging out from CT. He is looking so sharp with this AK right now, taps into another headshot. 3 kills for him in the round, leaves Sasuke alone in B tunnels. TJP holding this line, wants to keep him contained. Isn't going to be able to do so successfully, but still, you'd think this is too much for Sasuke Ko. Sasuke Ko? I'm going to go with Sasuke Ko to handle. And surely he's not going to be ready for Alistair Zorp on this line. There it is, THUNDERdOWNUNDER equalized with 5 rounds to 5 after 10 on Dust 2. And they reset Haunted House's money in the process. See if Alistair Zorp can fire away again. Unfortunately for him, there's going to be no one to meet him in Suicide this time. As Haunted House move 5 players outside the A long doors. So it's going to be Liaz on the receiving end. Just sitting outside the smoke. Not sure if he's waiting for a flashbang or what, but they are coming through now. Liaz sprays into 1, 2, taken down by Icy Valone. AK recovered for Haunted House. And a little bit of space with it, but just as quickly the rotation is coming through for THUNDERdOWNUNDER. ASAP on the bomb site with the AK. Looks to keep this under control. Tags up Schwarzkopf, who is the player with the AK, and Alistair gets him clean through the edge of that smoke. Icy drops the deagle over to his teammate. It's spotted by Alistair, who's now aware of both these players' positions. ASAP with a nasty one-tap onto Icy Valona. Hope we get to see that in a replay. Alistair catches the jiggle, catches a headshot. But that's all from Sasuke as he is quickly taken down. The Thunder Down Under secure themselves at the least a 6-6 half. And in this last one, they'll be fighting for 7-5 to maintain their advantage. No AWP available for Schwarzkopf on the Haunted House side of things. So Alistair's scoped weapon should be unchallenged, at least at the longer range fights. Haunted House to work their way through lower tunnels. It's 3 players there. The T side, ASAP with a nade pulled, gets the spot, is going to drop that one in. Very reasonable damage onto Schwarzkopf, but he actually has another one in hand. That's going to go through and find more damage onto Sasuke. Flashbang out the mid doors now. Locked off by the Molotov, at least temporarily. Dexter, man with the hot hand right now. He's been working with this AK for the last few rounds at the least. Successfully dodges that flashbang, sprays into the first headshot. Icy catches one more that Liaz trades back into. And while TJP has fallen on B, FlyQuest at the least have the man advantage for this retake. Might be the first time they actually go for one of these in towards the B site, at least since the rifles have come out. Liaz and ASAP on the AK-47s being flashed over by Alistair. It's so good. Frock is no way able to see, and Malinov is traded back. So Thunder Down Under pick up a 7th round here in the first half of Dust 2 and secure themselves an advantage heading into their T side. Here we go. Welcome back everyone for the second half of this match. Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House. This is map number 1 of the best of 3 series. You're joining us on Dust 2. Maps 2 and 3 will be Anubis, and then I think it was Inferno. No, that's wrong. It's not Inferno. It's Nuke, if it is required, that is. Thunder Down Under looking to take Haunted House's map pick away as they push out of long on the T-side pistol. There is no one here to meet them, no resistance on the corner or on the bomb site just yet. So ASAP is going to be allowed free passage across with that smoke. Going to make its way onto the site, but TJP has been dropped, so at least for now HH have the man advantage. ASAP though, quick adjustment to catch Schwarzkopf on short as well. Tapping into 2 headshots with the Glock brings back the numbers advantage for TDU. So now Frock, lurking out from CT, wants to use the smoke to his advantage. Sasuke at long has found 2 quick USP headshots. Frock approaching the bomb site, takes down ASAP with the headshot and catches Liaz as well. Or at least Malinov does with the USP from short. So HH, Haunted House, pick up the pistol round off the back of some nice pistol headshots. Thunder Down Under opt to force off the back of getting the plant down in the pistol. Alistair's AWP is going to be the first one sent down middle. He lands a tag, but he loses his 2 teammates behind him in return. Sprayed down now. All cleaned up our Thunder Down Under. So after Sasuke falls, there's nothing more to be found for the Australian team. And they are set back probably to an eco round, I would imagine. Haunted House successfully and convincingly capitalizing on the pistol round with those full auto weapons. Should be able to convert at least 1 more to the scoreboard, give themselves a lead early on the CT side. See how long they can maintain it for, but you'd think at the very least they should be able to overcome just 4 Glocks and the Deagle on Liaz. Much as I do my best to caster curse them. Sasuke collects 2 nice and easy, and Dexter isn't able to clean him up despite the fact that he runs out of bullets. So leaves ASAP all alone after Alistair falls, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem, you would imagine, for Haunted House to clean him up. To be fair to ASAP, his aim has been looking pretty sharp this game, but unfortunately the Glock is not as sharp of a weapon as just about anything else. So even though he lands the headshot, he is taken down nice and easily there. Oh, not sure why we've transitioned to this. Hopefully we'll get back to the gameplay in just a second. Yep, that's the score. Can we get back to the gameplay, please, Mr. Observer guy running the stream? There we go. Okay, it looks like we haven't missed anything. No early round engagements. It is FlyQuest now trying to make their way out of long doors, but the flashes missed the mark. So Liaz is easy prey for Malinov. Collects him nice and easily with the M4A1. Although Haunted House have left the mid doors position somewhat under-defended. ASAP and Dexter look to exploit that as Malinov rotates in to assist Icy Valone, who's up in the B window. Lots of utility for this push now. And under, make their way out. They lose ASAP. Malinov spamming away, isn't able to find a second one. So as Frock falls on B, it looks vulnerable, but now these players come through the CT spawn. I think they must have blown the smokes open because they have stabbed THUNDERdOWNUNDER in the back. They spray them all down before they can even breach the B doors. FlyQuest, did I say FlyQuest? Guys, I meant THUNDERdOWNUNDER. If I say FlyQuest, just know I'm talking about THUNDERdOWNUNDER, okay? I'm doing my best here. Look, in fairness to me, I'm pretty sure when this team first formed, they were actually still listed as FlyQuest on the VRS rankings because they had technically what was the old FlyQuest core of Liaz, Dexter, and Alistair. But obviously right now they're called THUNDERdOWNUNDER, so I don't even know why I'm making this argument. Honestly, I'm kind of just trying to fill the time here as it's another mostly eco round for THUNDERdOWNUNDER, not FlyQuest. Dexter has the AK in hand, but the rest of his teammates just working with pistols. Alistair has managed to find a kill on the Glock and he picks up a deagle, lands a headshot all of a sudden. Numbers even, Dexter's AK activates from short. And as much as I was writing this round off for THUNDERdOWNUNDER, they found the bomb plant at least. If not the round to go with it. No armor on Alistair, so he has opted to stick with the deagle. Leaves the full auto weapons to his two better equipped teammates. Icy Valone is going to be backed up by Frock, who's flanking from long. Successfully spots out Alistair. Takes that fight to him, picks it up. But he's caught by Liaz with nades out. And Dexter... How does he not spot Icy Valone? He manages to find the headshot, but Liaz trades back with the deagle. Oh, just in the nick of time, THUNDERdOWNUNDER fans breathe a sigh of relief, as that one could have got out of hand very, very easily. Oh, look, a timeout. Nice and loud music to announce that one. Not sure who called it. I think it might be Haunted House, considering it's green. I'm assuming that means it came from the CT side. Maybe just wanting to keep things under control. They did just lose to... what was it, like 2 Glocks, 2 Deagles, and an AK? Certainly not the sort of buy round you think THUNDERdOWNUNDER would be able to pick up, but they did do so. Schwarzkopf has the AWP out over on the CT side of things, so we'll see if he can give Alistair a run for his money. Although Alistair, I say that, has the long spawn, so he might just be looking to pick up a player getting a little too greedy, throwing some utility or peeking from the long corner. Jumps through, scopes in, and safe play for now at least. So Sasuke lives. This is interesting. Schwarzkopf's AWP is being boosted up on short. He did fall off that. But Icy Valone is in lowers and he sprays into 2 kills. Finds TJP, forced forward by the Molotov. He's picked up by ASAP, but still man advantage found for Haunted House. Bomb dropped for THUNDERdOWNUNDER outside of B. Alistair, though, has found a kill towards long, traded back by Schwarzkopf with the AWP of his own. Numbers maintained for Haunted House. Liaz swings out and meets the AWP of Schwarzkopf. Continues to fire away. Leaves ASAP in the 1 versus 3 situation. He does have the bomb on his back. Now 1v1 teed up with Frock. Could be his way back into this round if he is to find it. Positioned in car. Frock jiggling with the M4. Takes him down with the headshots. Haunted House on double digits now. And they are just going blow for blow, it feels like right now. Eventually, something's got to give. And this may well be THUNDERdOWNUNDER's last good buy round opportunity. It is TJP on the Galil, but Alistair has the AWP. So a trade-off made. See if it pays off for them. Malinov maybe getting a fight coming his way. TJP eats both those M4 headshots. As Malinov drops the Molotov in front of himself, tucks into that corner to stay safe. He's just barely surviving the spam right now. But he does manage to slip away, so a man advantage again for Haunted House. If they can convert on this, it will be an eco for Thunder Down Under to follow. Utility goes out towards short. Haunted House, to their credit, positioning relatively well around this push. They have most of the options covered. The short push is coming through now. It is Dexter on the other side of it. Liaz has found a kill and a second one in the CT player. Dexter turns around in time to catch Schwarzkopf on long. Thunder Down Under all of a sudden. Man advantage. Alistair dinked up. And Frock is still fighting from the B window. Unable to take out Liaz, though. He's on a tear in this round. 3 kills already. And one more to find. As it's Sasuke in the 1 versus 2. Alistair on low HP. No kit right now for Sasuke, but there could be one dropped somewhere. Sitting tight and waiting for some over-aggression from the Thunder Down Under boys. Nothing is coming his way. He's going to have to take the fight to him. Sasuke creeping up towards the B-bomb site. Trying to use the clock to his advantage. He's not going to be able to spot either of these players just yet. Walking out of the window, he finds Alistair, but Liaz is there to clean it up. 4 kills for him in the round. Keeps Thunder Down Under's hopes just about alive. Keeps their economy afloat at the very least. It's still not a great buy for them, but a hell of a lot better than it would have been had they dropped that one. And you can tell that Haunted House know it's important. They call the tactical timeout in response. Haven't been paying too much attention to the old kill-death ratios, but I've just noticed that TJP is falling a little behind in terms of the old kill count. That's not to say he kind of had impact, but you know, it's a bit noticeable that everyone else is in double digits and he's just down there on 4. Never too late to bring it back though. I've started games like 0 and 8 and finished as the top frag. Everyone knows that it's possible. It's just a matter of actually doing it. Haunted House once again fighting for this early lowers control. This time Icy is taken down by TJP. Just as we were besmirching his name, he lives up to that potential that I was alluding to. Alistair walking down the mid ramp now wants to capitalize on the advantage that Thunder Down Under have in this round. Brock knows that he needs to make some sort of move to keep the chances of holding B alive. But he's just barely missed the timing, and now they're both on the line. TJP and ASAP running out into him. It is a trade, but the B-bomb site should fall. Thunder Down Under have access to the bomb plant. And it has to be Malinov and Sasuke to prevent them from reaching double digits. Flashbang over the top. Sasuke makes his way past the wall or not. I don't know if he intentionally missed that jump or if he's just deciding to save. Either way, the result is that Thunder Down Under are not going to have to fight for this post plant. They're going to be able to save their weapons unless they're picked off by these 2 saving players, which doesn't seem particularly likely given the way they're rooting themselves right now. But we can only sit and wait to find out what the final outcome is. Ooh, Malinov picks off Alistair. But it is TJP. That's an impact that you won't see on the score. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to be able to pick up the AWP and save it. Turns out he goes down to the bomb. Is this another timeout called, or is this like a... No, I think it is. Seems like Haunted House have called yet another timeout, and fair enough. I mean, they do manage to save 2 guns into the next round, but their money is looking pretty limited here for round 21. Schwarzkopf will be able to drop over 1 more rifle if he chooses to do so. Rock buys up that MP9, which is usually an adept weapon at controlling the B-bomb site. Why no player cams? I'm not sure. I wish I had the answers for you, but I just don't. All the other games before had them? Yeah, I know. Maybe they were causing too many technical problems. Maybe because this one was waiting for so long, they just turned them off and forgot to turn them on again. Either way, it's not like I can do anything about it. Haunted House trying to do something about this Thunder Down Under push as Dexter is sent out all alone, somewhat abandoned by his team. He's removed nice and early. The B tunnels pushes come through and successfully forces TJP back to the backyard. He's blocked off behind the smoke, and now Frock is able to be in a much stronger position with that MP9 in the B tunnels. Thunder Down Under consolidate their forces outside of this. And as much as I was just talking up the MP9's utility in these positions, it's going to have a hard time finding 4 players walking towards them. Frock, how many can you get? It's just the one. TJP answers back with the AK. And now FlyQuest get collateraled. It's not FlyQuest, it's Thunder Down Under. I've done it again. Haunted House have done it again. They've picked up another round off the back of a Schwarzkopf collateral. And they find 11. Thunder Down Under's money now pushed back to pistols. They'll have to save and play for overtime, you'd imagine. I mean, technically a force is available to them, but honestly, it doesn't look all that tempting, especially when you know that Haunted House are working with the AWP on the other side of things. Who do I root for? When I'm casting, I try not to be too biased towards one team, but if you want my very personal opinion, it's Thunder Down Under. I am Australian after all, I'm only human. But, you know, the real thing that we're all rooting for is some good Counter-Strike, and right now that is what we're seeing as these two teams are neck and neck. Haunted House surely will have the opportunity to give themselves match point in this round. And it will have to be Thunder Down Under battling back to bring us to overtime if this game continues on Dust 2. They have successfully managed to find the gap, so a bomb plant is available to them if they pull the trigger on this push. Flashbang goes out over the top. All 5 players running out of short. ASAP is the first to fall. Schwarzkopf fires away again. Finds a 3rd kill. He's going for the highlight play. Spots out Alistair through the box, and he does manage to take him down with the scout. But it should be easy pickings for the remaining players here on Haunted House. The jumping AK shots from Malinov do finish off the job, but Thunder Down Under get the bomb plant down, which I'm sure was about as good as they could have hoped for in that round with the weaponry they were working with. Going to be more than enough to give them access to the sort of thing they need for this last round. Alistair will have the AWP option available to him if he wants to go for it. He's got 6.7k, and there it is. He does end up purchasing that. Everyone else, meanwhile, equipped with mostly AKs, with the exception of Dexter on the Galil, and pretty good utility. Of course, Haunted House will be working with everything they carried over from the last round. 2 AK-47s, the AWP on Schwarzkopf has been finding massive impact. And 2 M4s on those last 2 players. So this will be the chance for Thunder Down Under to win back this game. ASAP has taken the first step in that direction, finding the opening frag. And now it needs to be an aggressive response. Icy Valone is going to walk out, and Liaz catches him. Thunder Down Under, taking us one step closer to overtime. Alistair has been found on short. But still, the Australians have the man advantage for now. All 3 players on Haunted House very much split up. So it'd have to be some individual heroics from any one of them. And Malinov has found a kill in middle. Evens up the numbers still though. Sasuke isolated as Thunder Down Under make their way out onto A. They won't meet any resistance. And they should be able to get the bomb plant now as Haunted House opt to play for the retake. Smokes dropped on short and CT. Should allow Thunder Down Under to find more comfortable positions here. Dexter, this is an interesting spot to play with the AWP. Could be awkward if Frock does make his way through this smoke. He's going to throw the flash over the top. Blinds Liaz on the other side of it, but he's too slow making his way out. He finds the headshot regardless. Malinov has found one towards long, and just like that, Haunted House secure the retake. They secure Dust 2 13-10. Thunder Down Under, try as they might in that round, just unable to close. And so they drop Dust 2. Will be headed over to Thunder Down Under's map pick of Anubis right after a quick break.
legend. The past tried to trap me too bad. My future beckoned, I crashed, and yes, I burned. Hardest lesson that I learned was how to take a fall and crawl back out the dirt. Now I'm back from the grave, revived. Time after time, they tried to take my life.
While we have this break, and while I have people here, I figure I may as well be a little opportunistic, if you'll forgive me for it. If you guys want to watch more games like this, and even like more OCE stuff, I'll be here on my channel, Sinklets. You can follow me on Twitch. If you want to see whatever else I'm streaming, you can follow me on Twitter, or, you know, if you follow me here, you'll see all of my streams here. But sometimes I'm not on my channel. Sometimes I'm on other people's channels or on other organizations. So if you want to see everything that I'm casting, not just here, you can follow my Twitter. Otherwise, you know, don't worry about it. But thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm appreciating having a lively chat. It's really good seeing everyone interacting with each other, having a good time. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. If there's any issues, of course, be sure to let me know. But other than that, yeah, keep enjoying what's happening here, and I'll see you again when this timer ticks down. Oop, forgive me. That'll come back in a second. Don't worry, guys. I promise. It's not gone forever. It's just a momentary thing while I try and sort something out. Oh god, it's lagging now. That's great. Okay. Hold on. I'll fix whatever's going on there. Don't worry about it. We've got 7 minutes to go. I'm just trying to set up a little thing so you guys can see the Under Down Under game in the meantime while we wait. Might be a little bit tricky, but I'll do my best to make it work. Wow, this is really laggy. I'm glad that you guys can't hear it. I just muted it for a second. There we go. Okay. Here's the Thunder Down Under game. I'm just going to minimize it. There we go. Actually, that's too small. How about something like this? So you can still see the timer, but you can also see what's going on over there. Does that work? Hopefully that's big enough for you guys. If you want me to rearrange it at all, let me know. But yeah. Not sure how great this is going to work with having 2 clean feeds up at once. But I'll see if I can figure out what's going on with the main one in the meantime. If you bear with me. I reckon that looks good. Shout out to Greedzor in the chat for suggesting swapping them around, and to Krui for suggesting putting this game on in the meantime. For anyone that's just tuning in, I've put this SemperFi versus Change the Game match up on the screen just so people can watch that while we wait for THUNDERdOWNUNDER versus Haunted House to come back. So, some entertainment value while you wait other than just a timer. I could turn the music back on. It, to be honest, feels a little eerie just having the gameplay without any commentary over the top of it. I'm too used to having a caster. But yeah. Hold on, what if I turn the music on? What is it like? No, it doesn't match the mood, I think. The song's a banger? Yeah, I just don't think it's good for in the middle of gameplay, to be honest. It's great for between maps. Guess I could always cast the SemperFi game. I've got enough voice left in me, I think, for the rest of this series, so I may as well keep this entertaining for you guys rather than just the gameplay, if that's what you want. Looks like they've got a 4 versus 4. I will be switching back to THUNDERdOWNUNDER though when they come back, just for everyone's discretion. 957 trying to block that smoke. He finds a headshot onto Slimy. Now SemperFi down 3-4, making their way out onto B. They are going to get the bomb plant down. Savage with the spam on the smoke. Takes down 957, evens out the numbers. And it doesn't look like anyone on Change the Game actually has a defuse kit. Vance is all looking in the right places. Fuses not too far away just yet. Decent post-plant positions here for SemperFi. We'll see if this retake is going to come through. It is Pro Killer who finds the first frag onto Savage, but now time ticking really far away. Hazard and Shady looking to close it out. Pro Killer finds the frags, but he doesn't have the time. Bomb explodes and SemperFi pick up a 6. Thank you for highlighting a game with an Uzbek team. Of course, bro. I hope you're enjoying getting to see your boys with a little bit of commentary over the top. As it happens, I'm over on the west coast of Australia, so my time zone does tend to line up a little better with West Asia and some other people, but you know. Wouldn't surprise me if you get some EU people covering your stuff every now and then. You're not so far away from those guys. SemperFi are doing a good job in this one. Looks like they should have B just about under wraps. You can see that the THUNDERdOWNUNDER stream has transitioned to a, I'm assuming a waiting screen. They might be underway there soon. So I'm getting mentally prepared to do the switch over because of the way my stream is set up for the clean feed. If you've watched me before, which to be honest I doubt, it's a large percentage of my viewers right now, but I usually have it sort of set up so that I can work on the scenes without having it live on the screen, and then I'll switch it over once I'm done. I don't have that luxury when I'm working with a clean feed because it kind of screws with the way it works on OBS. But you know, it is what it is. I think the setup right now is fine, and until THUNDERdOWNUNDER versus Haunted House comes back, we have no reason to switch over anyway. SemperFi keeping their heads held high here on Inferno over against Change the Game. That's a Chinese team for anyone that's unfamiliar. As they are fighting each other to see who goes ahead into the next round and plays the winner of... Gosh, I should know this. I think it's Lin Vision versus Alter Ego. The winner of this game plays. I could be wrong. I could have that mixed up with something else. I should just pull up the bracket rather than saying these things without knowing, to be honest. Hacking gets taken down over towards B, and now the rest of SemperFi have but one more player to find before that bomb site control is taken. Keen goes out ahead of the Molotov and finds an instant headshot onto 957. The bomb's been dropped back towards T-spawn. It's a good thing that Hazza manages to find that kill. Secures a rotation point, and Slimy with a nasty headshot through the smoke onto Vance. Should be enough to close out an 8th round and a half here for SemperFi. Up against Change the Game, it's ProKiller, who has a 1v4 ahead of him if he wants to somehow win back a 5th round for his team. Keen and Slimy, both on pretty low health, but still, you know, 4 players is a lot to handle. Savage is going to take the first contact and takes him down. So SemperFi with 8 rounds to 4 in their first half on Inferno. I believe it is the first map over in that series. I'm not sure if anybody else is covering that here on Twitch. I'll just go have a quick look for you all. Oh yes, Josh. Only Joshin is covering this. So if you want to watch Change the Game versus SemperFi, I'll direct you over to his Twitch channel. Of course, he's got that linked on HLTV, so you can go to the HLTV page for this game and navigate to his channel from there. But otherwise, I am just going to real quick mute that. And then I'm going to take this and make it the whole screen again, because hopefully this game is underway before halftime is done on the other feed. And I'll unmute the music so you guys can enjoy that while we wait, if there is any music. Oh, right, yep, sorry, hold on. I forgot to turn on the thing that lets me hear the music as well. Well, with my brief coverage of SemperFi versus Change the Game done, and while we wait for THUNDERdOWNUNDER versus Haunted House to come back, I'm just gonna real quick take a quick break for my voice's sake, and I'll rejoin you guys when we are rejoined by the stream.
The past tried to trap me too bad. My future beckoned, I crashed, and yes, I burned. Hardest lesson that I learned was how to take a fall and crawl back out the dirt. Now I'm back from the grave, revived. Time after time, they tried to take my life, and still I wouldn't die. Survive, now come salute him. No man can dispute him. Back and I am biting, street fighting, Ryu Hadouken. What they said could not be done, I did it. Now sing it.
Here we go. Suddenly as ever, we are back. Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House. We are continuing here on map number 2. If you missed it, Haunted House did pick up the victory on map number 1. It was 13-10, I think, in the end. But regardless, they are up 1-0 in this series against Thunder Down Under. And Dust 2 was Haunted House's map pick. We'll see if Thunder Down Under, the Aussies, can fare any better on their home turf of Anubis. Dexter has found the opening incision here in the pistol. ASAP's dualies fire away for 3 more frags. And all of a sudden, Malinov in the 1 versus 5. He's being pushed down by 4 players. The coordination for Thunder Down Under picks up the pistol with ease. And a much more convincing start for them compared to map number 1. Haunted House without a bomb plant. Going to be sent back to the pistols. And it is 5 Glocks. Oh, sorry, 4 Glocks. There is a P250 on Sasuke, but, you know, not likely to make a world of difference, in my humble opinion. Dexter is going to be working his way up towards carpets. He has the MP7. He's actually been taken down, so maybe I spoke a little too soon about the P250. Sasuke able to pick up that frag, and he's hesitant to go and retrieve the gun, but it is going to be uncontested, at least for now. Meanwhile, the rest of Thunder Down Under still just sitting tight. It is only 1 weapon, and it's an MP7 that they've lost, so they should be able to convert this. Still 5 players with no armor, limited utility. I think it's a single flashbang there on Malinov, and everyone else on Glocks for Haunted House. So provided they don't misplay this enormously, Thunder Down Under should be looking at 2 rounds on the board. Mid push coming through now. Alistair's MP9 sprays into 1, 2, 3 on the jumping shot for the 3rd. Sasuke finds a 2nd frag for himself and draws the attention, so Malinov's able to pick up 1 with the Glock, but trying to get away with the bomb. He's caught by Liaz. And now Sasuke with 41 health does get the spot, but 30 seconds on the clock is surely just not enough time to do this, even if he is able to pick up the kill onto Liaz. TJP, by virtue of simply being far away, is going to be able to close out the round. And Liaz doesn't even need it. So 2-0 for Thunder Down Under, despite some hiccups there against the Glocks. They do get it done. Yeah, I'm not sure why our HUD isn't showing the map picks. I couldn't quite explain why that is. Oh, okay, no. Someone said audio desync in chat. I don't know why that's happening. If it is a problem for everyone else, let me know and I'll try and reset it. But otherwise, I'm just going to continue on for now. Yeah, slightly? Okay. I'll see if I can do anything about it after this round. But unfortunately, until then, you're just going to have to grit your teeth and bear it, I'm afraid. Although, that being said, the way things are going in this round so far is pretty slow, so maybe I would have had time to do it. I don't really want to risk that, though. Never want to give them a chance to have the action go down without us seeing it. That is where all the entertainment comes from, of course, in Counter-Strike. Audio issues desync? Yeah, I know. I'll try and fix it after this round, guys. I don't know how that happened, but I'll try and fix it for all of you. My faithful viewers, Thunder Down Under have settled nicely into their defensive setup. There is 2 players here towards A. And Haunted House are looking to probe all areas of the map. Schwarzkopf forced away from B, and ASAP off the back of Dexter's flash finds the opening incision. Schwarzkopf now trying to get away, does find the kill onto TJP. The numbers evened out. Haunted House now beckoned over towards the B bomb site. It's Alistair and Liaz to hold it down. The faithful duo from FlyQuest. Liaz might not even need his teammate as he gets 2 on his own. Alistair now still tucked into platform on the AWP, picks up Frock, and now it's just Icy left alone. 10 seconds on the clock. Doesn't even have the bomb yet, and Alistair with the no-scope cleans it up for Thunder Down Under. Okay, I might just quick this. No, that's not going to do it. Okay. I'm resetting the clean feed, guys. That's why it went black. Hopefully that fixes the audio issues. If they persist, you know, let me know, and I'll see if I can fix it again. But hopefully, fingers crossed, that does the job. On my end, and I have the audio monitoring on, I can hear it and it sounds fine to me, but obviously it's been that way the whole time and you guys could hear something different, so I'm not sure. Someone said sounds good, so hopefully everything is minty fresh. Haunted house, things not looking good for them in this round as they're just working with the pistols. Nice and easy cleanup for Thunder Down Under. Good sign for them to see things going convincingly for once in one of these cleanup rounds. As it's just Malinov left alone on the Tech 9. Probably not too many hopes of getting a whole lot done in this one. Does have the bomb available to him and 1 minute and 10 seconds to work with, but what good is it when you have rifles to go up against? Spotted by Dexter. Nades go out. Catches the timing pretty well, to be fair, but ASAP does find the kill in the end. So Thunder Down Under with 4 straight on the CT side of them at pick Anubis to start it off. Looking good for them. Better? Okay, cool. Everyone say a little prayer. I don't care if you're not religious. I'm not religious either. But just clasp your hands together and hope that our audio stays nice and synced with the gameplay on the screen. Wartscop has the AWP out on the T side. EJP does well not to get caught by it. Just jiggles out and gets the info that that weapon is in play in the round. Oh, well, that's a whole lot worse than audio T-Sync. Is it gonna fix itself or am I gonna have to intervene? Okay, I'm just gonna... Oh, okay, no. Yes, I'm being faked out here. Frock has found 2 kills on the AK. I'm just gonna real quick reset this and hope that it goes back to not lagging like that. Oh, I hate this so much. I hate technical issues, guys. I really do. Okay, it's taking a hot minute. Looks like we're back, but it was still chugging a little bit. At least we can see what's going on. It is a 3v3. Dexter creeping out from B main has spotted Malinov behind this pillar, but he's been taken down, I think. I'm so struggling to keep track of what's going on. ASAP is not looking in the right direction. He's going to be taken down. At least we got fluid motion for the kill itself. Oh god, this is a mess. Alistair now in a 1v3 with the AWP out. He is 7-1 up to this point, but you would think that this is too big of a challenge for even him to overcome. It's like it's moving but slowly, and Sasuke has found Alistair. So I'm gonna quickly try one more time and fixing this. I need everyone to put your put your hands together. Lend me your power. We can do like a Twitch spirit bomb and maybe make this work. Just waiting for it to come back. Manifesting a smooth stream, aren't we all? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why this is randomly happening. Is it lagging again? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's on my end or their end. Unlike you, Church Dog, I'm afraid I do kind of have bad internet. It's a bit of a symptom of being over here in Western Australia. Well, the feed's back, but it doesn't seem to be moving, which is not a good sign. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're looking at a bit of a PowerPoint presentation again. Man, what a shame. Is it A or B? I think it's I think it's the B stream. The bitrate for my Twitch stream is fine, which would suggest that it's not my Wi-Fi issue, I think, but I really don't know. I'm not a technical expert on these things. Ooh, we've got a nice slow-mo depiction of Dexter's AWP whiff there. Oh, and we've jumped forward like, what, 20 seconds? Liaz is dead. I honestly, it's kind of fun to cast a PowerPoint. I know it's probably not as good to watch, but interesting putting together the puzzle pieces after the fact. Dexter, it's like a painting in motion, pulls out his knife, and we cut to him being dead just a few seconds later. TJP spraying away, finds 1 kill. Frock looks to get the trade. And there it goes. And suddenly ASAP's in a 1 versus 4. He's found a kill already. We got from E-Box. Oh man, this is kind of funny. Is this via VLC window or did you add it direct to OBS? It's direct to OBS. I think it's your feed. The SemperFi stream is fine. Bugger. Okay, hold on. I actually do still have the SemperFi stream. Let me pull that up and see if it's working. Hold on. That's a good way of checking this actually. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Yeah, okay. Well, SemperFi seems to be working fine. You guys can all see that, right? It's like moving smoothly. But if I just go back to THUNDERdOWNUNDER, oh, look at that! Maybe all it needed was a little encouragement. Okay. Looks like things are back in business. Haunted House have found 2 rounds, but we are back. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the cause of it was, but it seems to have been magically fixed by the Counter-Strike gods. TJP and Alistair on this flank with the pistols are cleaned up by Sasuke after 1. Although there was a second of doubt on the eco round, it is Haunted House picking up a 3rd, bringing themselves within 1 of FlyQuest after the eco. And, I mean, it looks like the HUD is showing a Haunted House timeout. I'm not sure if it is them who've called it or THUNDERdOWNUNDER. I guess we'll find out what the outcome of it is in the round to come. THUNDERdOWNUNDER with a pretty significant investment into this one. Alistair gets the AWP out, everyone else spends just about all their money buying up the rifles, buying up the utility and the armor to go with it, although there is a notable lack of helmets. It is just AKs and AWPs over on the Haunted House side of things, so you would think it wouldn't be too much of an issue, but you never know. Sometimes you get dinked through a corner, dinked through a wall. That's where the lack of head armor can matter. The cinematography artist's vision from the Hero Esports Asian Champions League is crazy. True. Maybe they just wanted us to appreciate the beauty of CS in slow motion. Dexter gets taken down by Icy Valone in middle. Haunted House in a very decent spot to tie this game up now. They're making their way out of B. Frock finds the kill onto Liaz, and TJP's so blind on the bomb site, taken down as well. Leaves Ace up in a 1 versus 5. Makes his way in through CT, and he's already been spotted, taken down to 18 health. It's cleaned up, 5 alive for Haunted House. That is as convincing of a round as it gets. And they send THUNDERdOWNUNDER once again back to the pistols. Man. Guys, if you know anyone that was watching and they left during the lag, tell them to come back, because we've fixed it. Should be a relatively routine anti-eco round for Haunted House here, as it is just the upgraded pistols on the THUNDERdOWNUNDER side of things. ASAP's already been dropped. Liaz, TJP on the Deagles. Dexter has the 5.7. Alistair opts to stick with the USP, trying to save up as much money as he can in hopes of maybe buying that AWP up for himself. Dexter shows the 5.7's worth, picks up the AK. It's a little overzealous on the 3rd one, and he's taken down by Schwarzkopf. But there is somewhat of a chance here for Liaz and Alistair to at least carry over a gun into the next round. Liaz looks to put it to use though. He spots Malinov crossing over, and he's going to be smoked off at least for a moment. Alistair on the Deagle, making his way through main, has been caught by Schwarzkopf. So with that Liaz just going to be running away, trying to hold on to this prized Kalashnikov. It's a wise decision in my opinion. He doesn't have the armor or the defuse kit to go for the 1 versus 3 retake. But we'll see if he's even able to hold on to the gun. It is more than possible that Haunted House will find a way to hunt him down. And there it is. So Liaz is able to save the AK in the end. Haunted House pick up a 5th round. And they're really starting to find their rhythm here on the T side of Anubis. I believe it was THUNDERdOWNUNDER with 4 in a row to start off this game. And now Haunted House have battled back 5 of their own. So this could be the one to make or break the balance. As THUNDERdOWNUNDER, once again, with a hefty investment. AWP comes out for Alistair. TJP once again playing with fire. This time he gets caught. Schwarzkopf's AWP removes him from the round and gives Haunted House the advantage early on. The remainder of the Aussie squad stacked over towards the B site, but the bomb is making its way into A. It has to be ASAP to battle up against 4 players, and there's one behind him. He doesn't even know it. He's actually managed to slip the net almost for a second. And he is eventually brought down by Icy Valone on the flank. I keep saying Icy Valone because he has a V in his name. But I'm not sure if it is meant to be just Icy alone. I don't know if anyone knows exactly how to pronounce the specific player's name, but if you do, you know, drop me a message, let me know. I'll try and adjust accordingly. Dexter, Liaz, and Alistair looking to hang on to their guns. Going into round number 11, it is Dexter being taken down. Although it could be said that his gun was the most replaceable of the 3. It was an A1S. Alistair with the expensive AWP. Liaz with the priceless AK, at least for the CT side, because of course they can't buy that one through their buy menu. And he will hang on to it at least for now, as he picks out Brock. Alistair actually goes down in the final seconds. And that could be a big deal here. Liaz does have more than enough money to buy up an AWP if he wants to drop that to Alistair. But it's really a decision if he wants to do that or drop 2 rifles instead. Why are they dry peeking everything? I don't know. Constantly greeting for kills. Maybe a little bit of underestimation from the THUNDERdOWNUNDER side of things, which, you know, you'd think they wouldn't fall victim to given that they took map 1, but I could also be misdiagnosing the problem. Haunted House, though, put themselves on 6 rounds after 10 rounds of play. Heading into round number 11, they'll be looking to find 7. I hate that that rhymed. And if they're able to do so, they should be in a relatively good position to find 8 in the half. As once again for THUNDERdOWNUNDER, they have put most of their savings into this. Alistair does have the AWP coming out, and it's ASAP working with a FAMAS as a result. Dexter not eager to get caught by Schwarzkopf's AWP again in middle. It is a wise decision, in my opinion. Look at this. Sasuke's already made his way all the way up the dark. This is very early in the round. TJP seems to anticipate this possibility, and he does find that frag. Flashbang goes over the top now. The B push comes through. Dexter on the line, helped out by TJP and Liaz, who find Frock. And all of a sudden it is shut down. Schwarzkopf lurking through mid doors with an AWP. Oh, ASAP is in such a good spot here. He could catch Malinov as he walks past this window. Does spot him out. Bit of damage comes through both ways, but both players survive that encounter. Dexter's going to be heard rotating through CT a little too loud. Schwarzkopf picks him up nice and easy with the AWP. And now it is only ASAP over towards the A bomb site, so Malinov and Schwarzkopf will be able to get this plant down unless ASAP offers up a duel. Chooses to bide his time, at least for now. There's an AWP on the line, but it's flashed off. ASAP waiting for his teammates to back him up. Schwarzkopf on the right angle has the scoped weapon, finds the first kill, falls away in time. And now 2v3. This post plant is more than doable for Haunted House. Schwarzkopf's all flashed away this time and he's burning, doesn't even realize. Alistair takes him down. Malinov faced with a 1v3. It's too many targets. Thunder Down Under are going to pick up the defuse and the 5th round to come with it. Counter-terrorists win. And as a result of that 5th round win, Thunder Down Under now have a very decent opportunity to give themselves an equal half on Anubis. To be honest, I'm still not entirely sure what the consensus is on this map regarding T or CT sidedness after the changes that Valve made not so recently now. It feels like it's been a while. TJP, this time the duel in water does go his way and he takes the AWPer for Haunted House out of the round. Flashes go over the top for this B push. Icy Valone is so blind though. Liaz with the counter flash. Dexter on the line in CT is taken down by Sasuke. Liaz found out as well. 2 versus 3 has to come through for ASAP and Alistair, and it's a good start. Leaves Malinov all alone, and Alistair's 5-7 is going to pick up the round. 6-6 at the half for Thunder Down Under up against Haunted House. We'll see you back here in a few minutes for the second half. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry guys, don't worry, we're still here. What I will do real quick is just... oh, where has Clean Food A gone? There it is. Okay. I was just going to pull up the SemperFi game and put it on screen so you guys could see that while we wait. But it looks like they're currently on a pause as well. So, yeah. And we are back, so I'll just get rid of that. And I'll bring us back to THUNDERdOWNUNDER versus Haunted House, heading into the second half of map number 2. This is THUNDERdOWNUNDER's map pick of Anubis, and they are headed into their T side. Haunted House are up 1 map to 0 after they took their pick of Dust 2, 13 to 10. And if you're an Australian fan like me tuning in from home, you'll be hoping that THUNDERdOWNUNDER can take us to map number 3. That is Nuke waiting in the wings. If the Aussies can take us there. Seems like the play is going to be coming over towards the A-bomb site. Schwarzkopf has actually pushed through middle and found Dexter on the lurk, which beckons THUNDERdOWNUNDER into their push. They've already dinked up Malinov in heaven. Icy alone on the bomb site, taken down as well. ASAP and TJP pushing into heaven. They do manage to secure 1 kill, but it's traded back. Alistair and Liaz in the disadvantage for the post plant. It comes down to Liaz in the 1 versus 2. He's already got 2 kills on the board. He's going to need 2 more to pick up the pistol, and he finds the first. Frock jumping up into heaven. He's been heard. Liaz spots him, runs away into the CT spawn. He's being chased, and Frock picks him up. So the pistol round in the second half goes the way of Haunted House, despite a valiant effort from Liaz. THUNDERdOWNUNDER, they did get the bomb plant down, so a force buy is available to them. Looks like that is going to be the option they choose to go with for round number 2 of their T side. Remains to be seen if they can make the most of it. It is 5 M4s, 4 Haunted House, A4s and A1Ss. Somewhat smattered across the team, but the $2,900 weapons are their choice for the conversion off the pistol round win. A lot of smokes dropping into middle. It's hectic. I think THUNDERdOWNUNDER dropped a couple in the same position there. But they are going to try and explode out onto A off the back of these flashbangs from the lurking player of ASAP. They do pick off both the players, and the bomb plant's going to be allowed to come through. Frock has the defuse kit for the retake, but still they have to find all these frags, and ASAP, somewhat the ace in THUNDERdOWNUNDER's sleeve, is sitting all the way back in carpets. Not going to be offering himself up in a hurry. Haunted House making their way out here. Brock spots Dexter, tags him up, but both the kills go the way of the Australians. Malinov, the last one left, has no hope. Liaz, once again, with big impact. It's 4 kills for him in round number 2. Denies the conversion of the pistol. And THUNDERdOWNUNDER tie us up at 7 to 7. Fair enough, honestly, for Haunted House to go for a force buy. I think they would all have been on a double eco after that massive investment into round 2 doesn't pay off. So they are just going to try and upgrade their pistols and do whatever damage they can in round number 3 of the second half. I really should just say round number 15. That's a lot faster. And they've stacked a couple of players towards the A-bomb site, as I'm assuming in response to THUNDERdOWNUNDER opting to try and finish over there in the first couple of rounds. ASAP blocked off by a smoke for now, finds a little bit of nade damage onto Sasuke, but nothing detrimental. Dexter, I believe, landed a dink. At the very least, a lot of damage onto Schwarzkopf. And now a push out of the E-box. I think that was Malinov who gets taken down to half, but survives. Still a minute on the clock. Brock, coming out of the smoke, almost manages to catch Liaz unaware. But these fights just not going the way of Haunted House right now. They've taken so much damage. Look at every single player on the team has been shot at least once by someone on THUNDERdOWNUNDER. And now as they rotate over towards B, it's a misplaced call as THUNDERdOWNUNDER walk out onto A with little resistance. It is just Icy Valone up in heaven. Got a deagle to his name, but surely not much hope of doing anything with it, and he's taken down by Liaz. So the remaining 4 players look like they're just going to be saving their upgraded pistols, as they will be probably on an eco round again in the next one. It's a reasonable decision, and if THUNDERdOWNUNDER choose to get a little too greedy and hunt for them, they could secure themselves a rifle. But as it stands, it looks like THUNDERdOWNUNDER pick up 8, with 5 players still alive, and Haunted House are going to be set back to the eco round again. Tactical timeout taken for Haunted House. Of course, they're not going to be able to reinvest a whole lot into this round, but probably talking over more of their long-term strategy here, not wanting to let THUNDERdOWNUNDER run away with their T side. If it were to be THUNDERdOWNUNDER taking home this map, I'll remind you that they're fighting for map number 3, which is Anubis, the decider. I think we'd have to see a knife. Actually, I'm not sure if they show the knife round on the stream. I don't know how it works in this tournament. It's a little different in every format. But obviously someone would have to start on the CT side of Nuke, which is generally considered to be the one with the advantage in that particular scenario. I don't know how they do it. I believe the last time we saw a map 3 on a stream today, it was just tucked right into it. We didn't get to see a knife round or anything. Not a whole lot to speak of, at least in terms of Haunted House's chances in this one. Again, it is just the pistols they carried over from the last round. So THUNDERdOWNUNDER will look to convert on a big weapons advantage. Rotation's coming through in the right place for Haunted House right now. They will have the manpower in the right spots to hold back this B push, but THUNDERdOWNUNDER have the weapons. One trade comes through. Numbers still even for now. But as Icy and Frock fall, it's Sasuke's AK activating from the E-box, who finds 2, brings it to a 1-on-1. Dexter just about puts a lid on it. THUNDERdOWNUNDER so close to dropping that anti-eco round, but they do pull it through at the end. Wiping the sweat off my forehead after that one. But they do keep it under control, just barely. It's not very often that I see that sub emote in chat. Probably not the best time for a lore drop. I'll do it next time we have an eco round. If you remind me, Schwarzkopf catches Dexter with an arm over his eye. Blinded by that flashbang. Gives Haunted House an early advantage here in round number 17. Sasuke dropping that utility in front of the THUNDERdOWNUNDER players. Looks to hold them out of the A bomb site. Contact surely going to be coming through in just a second. ASAP takes the first peek, but it's a double hold for the CTs, completely shutting the push down. All the momentum is pretty much dead. It's just Alistair and Liaz trying to make the most of this situation. Both of them swinging out at the same time now. Sasuke still backed up by Icy in heaven. Manages to secure the trade, and Schwarzkopf finishes the job. 8 on the board for Haunted House. And THUNDERdOWNUNDER should have enough for a buy, I think. Dexter's got a whole lot of money in the bank. Looks like he's dropped a gun over to Liaz, buys an AK for himself. Can't quite afford a third one for TJP. Oh, there you go. He's dropped an AK to TJP, and Dexter, ever the humble IGL, picks up the Mac 10 for his own use. Any primers in the chat? Yeah, respect. I'm sorry, I don't have sub notifications turned on because I think it can kind of disrupt the casting and watching experience. But if you do choose to sub, which of course you do not have to do, I massively appreciate it. You know, this is not something that I do for money, but you know, it could be. And if you want to support me, of course, subbing on Twitch is a good way to do that. I set up a buy me a coffee earlier today, so if you want to donate, you can do it there. But like I said, you're under no obligation to do that. ASAP feels obligated to make a move on the A-bomb site as he finds the first 2 kills for THUNDERdOWNUNDER. Liaz taking out the AWP on Schwarzkopf. Brock and Malinov faced with a 2 versus 4. Dexter, position noted in middle, so they don't want to go in towards the A-bomb site until they can clear him out of there. And Frock is going to successfully do that task, but in the meantime, the bomb has been planted and it's starting to tick away. Haunted House. It looks like they're just opting to choose the side quest and come back to the main mission at a later date, trying to hunt down Dexter, who's actually just walking through B. They are nowhere near him right now. So he successfully does his job as the distraction. And, you know, this gives me a great opportunity to go back to the lore drop that I was talking about earlier. For anyone that was here just like 10 seconds ago, you'll see Friesen dropped a couple of my my one and only emote that I have here on the stream and chat. It's if you play Geometry Dash, which is you know, it's not exactly a niche game. It was at one point, I think, the most downloaded app, or at least the most trending app on the App Store ages ago. But you know, still, lots of people have played it. Is the point? There you go, couple more of them in the chat. It says Go on it, I think. Yeah, I made that ages ago because I used to stream Geometry Dash on this channel. I'm actually a decent Geometry Dash player. I'm nowhere near the best, but you know, my hardest level I've beaten is Bloodbath. So if you've played GD, you've probably heard of that one. But yeah, obviously it's not so much what I do here anymore. But, you know, I may as well keep the channel emote around. I think it's a nice piece of heritage. Shows where I came from. Keeps the roots intact. Dexter, unfortunately, doesn't have as much success on the mid destruction as the last round. He's taken out by Schwarzkopf. So THUNDERdOWNUNDER now left a man down without really a whole lot of information gained from that play for Dexter. They are retaking the space towards A main, but Frock is still holding off the entrance to the bomb site. He's going to be able to drop the smoke in front of them, but ASAP's walked past it. Chance here, and ASAP converts on it. Capitalizes on the opportunity. There's still 2 more players rotated over towards A. Schwarzkopf and Sasuke in position to defend, but THUNDERdOWNUNDER re-rooting to B. TJP taken down but traded back by ASAP. Rotation comes through. Schwarzkopf is here to help. Malinov on the line from CT, trying to hold these players back. Liaz finds one. Sasuke, though, activating again from E-Box. 2 for himself, and Malinov comes out at the perfect time, takes down Alistair with a shot to the side of the head. 9 rounds found for Haunted House. And THUNDERdOWNUNDER set back once again. It really just feels like no one has been able to pull super far ahead in either of these games. And ChurchDog puts it right. This is looking scary for TDU. Things could very easily get out of hand here for them. But personally, I'm not giving up hope just yet. It is a little bit of a weaker buy here. Liaz and TJP working with subpar weaponry. It's aggressive from Malinov around the edge of the smoke. Doesn't quite get spotted, and I think he might have heard a footstep there. Turns around in time to catch Alistair. TJP spamming away with the SMG. Catches the dink, and he is finished off by ASAP. So now a 4 versus 4 as THUNDERdOWNUNDER try to make their way into B. It's Frock to deny, and he's taken down through the smoke. Icy activating from Palace, finds a headshot. Onto ASAP, Dexter and TJP find themselves 2 versus 3. Sasuke fast on this flank. Bomb still yet to be planted, and Schwarzkopf picks it off in midair through the corner. Dexter surrounded and dead. Double digits on the board for Haunted House. They're tied up with THUNDERdOWNUNDER, and the lead looks likely as they are sent back to Glocks. Would really help with viewership if you got yourself a cam. I do have a camera, but I choose not to use it. Personally, I find when I'm watching CS, I'm there to watch the gameplay. I don't really care about some talking head in the corner. But you know, obviously it's personal preference. Some people like that, some people don't. And to be honest, my phone camera is not great quality. I can't mount it on top of my monitor, so it doesn't give me the most flattering angle, which is why I don't usually tend to turn it on. But I don't know. I guess if there's enough demand for it, I could do that. Just kind of trying to bide my time here on the cast as THUNDERdOWNUNDER don't really have too much hope, I'd imagine, of making much of a dent in this one. Although the last time I said that, it was 4 Glocks and a P250 on Dust 2, and I think Haunted House did at least give THUNDERdOWNUNDER a run for their money. They're making their way into the A-bomb site. Sasuke and Icy here to collect, spraying into it. It's a nice, easy job for them. And Alistair, the last one left on his Glock, will surely fall in just a second. Sasuke has the USP out. Alistair hasn't cleared him. Bit of a messy job, but he gets it done. 11 rounds on the board for Haunted House. Match point just 1 away now. THUNDERdOWNUNDER take a tactical timeout. They don't want to let this one slip through their fingers. I love how inconsistent the timing on the tactical timeout music coming through is. Like, sometimes they are bang on instant, they're ready and waiting, but sometimes it, you know, just takes like halfway through the timer and then it suddenly kicks in and it's like, ah! THUNDERdOWNUNDER, working with 4 AKs and a Galil on Dexter, aiming to stave off match point for Haunted House. Schwarzkopf's AWP looking for an early fight out of middle. We've seen a bit of impact from it in this map. He has caught Dexter a couple of times, I believe, in that mid-engagement. A little more of an aggressive setup in A main for Haunted House. We haven't seen this a whole lot across this map so far, but it's 2 players positioned actually through the first or second choke point, depending on which side you're looking at it from. Pushed forward by the molly. Icy has been blinded and he sprays into one. Frock and Malinov actually picking up kills on the other side of the map at the same time. So Alistair and TJP now left in the 2v4. TJP gets 1. Loses his teammate and loses his life. Schwarzkopf takes him down with the AWP. And it is series point now for Haunted House. THUNDERdOWNUNDER find themselves in the same situation as the last one. Down 12-10. They'll need 2 in a row to push it to OT. Otherwise, we are looking at a 2-0 series win for the Uzbek squad. Last tactical timeout now expended for THUNDERdOWNUNDER, as obviously they are going to have to put all their money into this one. Dropping it means dropping the series. We'll see what sort of call Dexter can put together, or maybe the coach even. I think that's Viridian, or also known as Viridian City. Pretty popular here on Twitch. He does streams from time to time. You can check out his channel if you like that sort of thing. Either way, someone's making the call for the boys from the land down under. And it seems like that call is to go B. ASAP spotted on the smoke break. Frock maybe getting an idea of what's to come. He's already spraying through. They line up for him as well. TJP taken down, and now it's just Alistair. 1 versus 5 on the Tech 9. It's not going to happen. Haunted House pick it up 13-10. They take the series 2-0, upsetting THUNDERdOWNUNDER and moving themselves along in the upper bracket. Thunder Down Under will be dropping down to the lower bracket, and I may as well pull up HLTV real quick and see what else we've got going on. I don't think I'm going to stream another game for you guys today, so thank you so much for joining me. If you just want to watch CS, this is your time to hop off and go find somebody else's stream to watch. SemperFi versus Change the Game is live right now. If you want to watch more OCECS, I'll direct you over to Only Joshin. He's streaming that live on Twitch right now, so you can find that on the HLTV page, or, you know, it's probably recommended in your Twitch bar right now, to be honest. The last game other than that one is Last Bullet versus Kaleido. To be honest, I'm not super interested in that one personally, but I'm sure that, you know, if you really want to watch it, you can always watch the Chinese stream. That's on their website, Huya. But that is all from me today, guys, so thank you very much for joining me for Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House. And if you were on Church Dog's stream earlier as well, oh, will it let you raid? I always forget that that's a feature. Probably. Hold on, let me go to Twitch and do that. Okay, I'll send a raid to Only Joshin, but before I do that, I will... I actually don't know how to do a raid on Twitch. Anyway, yeah, while I figure that out, I'll just say my thank yous to everyone for joining me and tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed my casting today of Thunder Down Under versus Haunted House, and like I was just saying earlier on Church Dog's stream, for Tyloo versus Ground Zero and FlyQuest versus GG How. I'm Sync. You can follow me here if you want to see more of my streams, and follow me on Twitter if you want to see more of my streams, not just on my channel, but on other channels. Otherwise, no sweat. Thank you guys again for joining me. I'm going to look up how to raid somebody on Twitch. And yeah, I'll take you guys over to Only Joshin. Otherwise, you know, you can manually do it. Okay, I can type /raid, I think. Do I have to do it in my own chat? I'm such a... You know, for someone that streams as much as I do, I really should know more about Twitch stuff. /raid. Okay, there we go. Only Joshin TV. Here we go. Hopefully this works. There we go. Okay, so you can join that raid. It should be visible for all of you in chat. In just a second. There you go. Everyone's ready to raid. So I'm going to send you guys over there to watch SemperFi versus Change the Game. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been Sync, and I hope I'll see you guys again very, very soon. I'll see you later, everyone. Goodbye.